Hey guys! So, as you might have noticed, my hair is no longer red nor blonde, but it is now very light blue. And it's kind of a silvery blue. I'm not sure if the camera picks up on that, but it's very like silvery periwinkle. And so I thought I would do a tutorial, well, not quite a tutorial, kind of like a walkthrough on how I achieve this hair color. Because, as some of you might know, red is extremely hard to get out of your hair, and it took a while. So, without further ado, I hope you enjoy. So I first started out with naturally trying to lighten the red in my hair, and so by doing that I just let it fade. Like, I didn't re-dye it, I just kept washing it as long as I could stand it. So I went with like 2.5 months, 3 months without dyeing my hair. So it was that very light coppery color, and that was kind of eh. So after that, I picked up some bleach from my local beauty supply store, and it's kind of my local equivalent of Sally's. I don't really have a Sally's immediately around, but I'm sure you could find all of this there. So this is the Kalidacolors Lightning Bleach, and this gives your hair cool tones. So what it says on the top is it lightens and tones in one easy step, and 10 minutes till perfectly toned highlights, all that, blah, 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 blah. I don't agree that it tones it at the same time as it lightens, but that just might be because my hair was such a coppery artificial color. But it does work fairly well. This, when I put it on my regrowth, it bleached it almost white, like in one try. But with the rest of my hair, it came out extremely yellow, and I'll put a picture right there of what it looked like. It was very orangey yellow, and it was disgusting. Like, I stepped out of the shower and just started laughing because of how weird it looked. So that happened. Anyway, after that, I ended up actually bleaching it again 2 more times, which I know is bad. You're supposed to wait like at least a week between each bleaching because it really does kill your hair. It just zaps all the moisture, all the nutrients out. Your hair is just dead. So of course I waited like 1 or 2 days in between each time because I'm impatient. That's just me. Don't do what I did. But I do know that my hair can take it. I have pretty fine hair, but it's pretty tough. So I know it's not gonna like completely like kill it if I do that. So I bleached it 3 times in total. The first time I did my whole head. The second time I just did the orange parts. I didn't want to bleach my regrowth because that was already white. Not white, but like really light blonde. And then the third time I was just tired of it. I was done. I wanted white hair, and so I just bleached the whole head. And then that got me like a light ash blonde, but I still had some like little yellow spots in here and there, but I was just done. I wasn't gonna bleach it again because I don't think my hair could have taken that much. So after that, oh, and by the way, with that I used 30 volume developer the first time, and then the next 2 times I used this 20 volume developer. 30 is a lot stronger and it'll give your hair a lot more lift. And since I had red hair, I needed a lot of lift. But the next 2 times, since it was already like a yellow and I just needed it to get lighter, I used the 20. Okay, so after that, I also got this, which is the Shimmer Lights shampoo for blonde and silver. Let's see if the camera focused. This is the reason my hair is not green currently. So this is actually a silver shampoo. It's not silver, but that's what it does. This is a very purple shampoo, and essentially this is just like purple hair dye. Let's see if I can show you some. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's extremely purple. And so you put that all over your head. You can like wash normally with it, but what I did, I put it all over my head and then I focused it on damp hair also. Make sure your hair is damp. And then I focused the parts that were like in the back that were a lot more yellow that hadn't gotten bleached as much. I put a lot more on those parts and then I left it for like an hour. And this turns your hair silver. Like, I'll put another picture right there. The purple shampoo just cancels out all the yellow tones in your hair. And I did actually have to use this for a couple days. Like, I would wake up, put this in my hair, wait for 30 minutes and shower. So it does take a couple uses, at least it did on my hair. I've watched a couple other videos of people doing this that they put it on their hair and it just turned it silver right away. So lucky them. But it didn't work for me like that. So I did do it a couple times, but then I did get a nice silver. I did have kind of purple streaks in there, but whatever, because the hair up here was a lot lighter and the hair down here was a lot more yellow, and so this got kind of purple while this was still getting silver, but it's fine. So after doing that a couple times and then washing it out, and I still use this in like the shower regularly, like even now that it's blue, because I don't want it to go back to like the kind of aqua green color, not just not what I'm going for. I ended up using this, which is by the company Satin, and it's like a professional grade hair dye, and this is in the color 12 HLB, and this is like what it says in the store is that this is a blue blonde toner, and I wouldn't call it a toner, it's a hair dye, but it did help get a lot more of the yellow out of my hair that the purple shampoo did leave, so that was nice. And it also turned my regrowth, which was the lightest part, like up in front and my part line, it did turn it a lot lighter blue, not blue, but like bluish silver, bluish white maybe, I don't know, not good with color names. But I mixed that with the same brand of this developer, but I used 10 because I wasn't trying to lighten my hair anymore. I was just trying to apply the color. And so that did help get rid of a lot of the remaining yellow. And I think I took a picture of that. If I did, I'll put it here. If not, I'm pointing at empty space. But we'll see. So I mixed this up and it shows directions like on the packaging. If you use, where is it? If you use 1 ounce of it, not sure if you can see that. If you use 1 ounce of it, you mix it with 2 ounces of developer, so it's like a 1 to 2 part solution. And I just applied that over the whole head. It's not the best smelling dye because it does have peroxide. It's a peroxide mix dye, but it does the job well. And so after doing that and rinsing it out, I waited another couple days since peroxide kills your hair too. And I just needed to let the oils in my hair build up a while and just kind of let it chill after all the damage I'd put it through. And so the final step in getting the blue hair was this, and this is Kalidacolors, what is it, Sky Blue number 59 hair dye. And so this is actually like, I don't know if it looks, yeah it does. So it's kind of like a purpley blue in the bottle, which really concerned me because I don't want purple hair right now, I want blue. And so when I saw this in the bottle and it was purple, I kind of freaked out, like, oh, did I get the right color? Is this gonna look weird on me? Is this gonna be a wrong, like, shade? But it ended up coming out really nicely. So what you do, you take some of this, and I took my handy dandy mixing bowl, but you can just use like a Tupperware or whatever. So I took this and I put in a ton of conditioner, like, so this is the conditioner I use. This is just Trader Joe's Nourish Spa conditioner. It's got like argan oil and stuff in it. So I used a full bottle before, and I used down to here, I think. And my hair's short, like short, like it's almost pixie on this side, and it's kind of like a bob length. I don't know, it's weird on this side. So you have to use a lot, and then you take your hair dye, and you can use anything that's like not a peroxide dye. So you can use Crazy Colors, which I like a lot, Splat, Manic Panic, although I don't like Manic Panic a lot. I used it in my very, very scene phase, and it just washes out and doesn't fade well. So if you like it, then go ahead and use that. But I do recommend the Crazy Colors. I like this a lot, and they have a lot of colors. So I took like a pea-sized amount of that and put it in the bowl, and then the conditioner and all of that, and then you just mix it together, and you should get a color. Well, it depends on how light you want your hair. I wanted pastel hair, so I made it fairly light, but you do need to make it a couple shades darker than you actually want your hair to be. So I wanted my hair this kind of silvery pastel color, so I made it kind of this deeper bluish purple color. And the fact that this dye is kind of purple is pretty good, because I still did have and do have some yellow tones, and I don't want mint green or aqua hair. I want like pastel periwinkle, which is what I have mostly. But if you were to look in the back of my hair, there are some parts that are a little bit greenish, like kind of down here, and so this helps cancel that out. And so once you have your Crazy Colors and your conditioner mixed together, you apply that all over your head, make sure it's really, really, really saturated, and then just leave it. I left mine for like 3 hours, and this will not damage your hair. Crazy Colors and Splat and stuff like that, well, I'm not sure about Splat, but at least I know Crazy Colors. These are vegetable-based hair dyes, which means there's no peroxide. There are chemicals, but it's minimal, and they're semi-permanent, like it says right down there. And that, if it says semi-permanent, chances are it's not going to hurt your hair as bad. So because it's vegetable-based, it is actually kind of nourishing for your hair. But when you only use like the tiniest pea-size amount, and you're using a shiz ton of conditioner, then it's gonna like really help repair your hair. So you can leave this in for like however, if you want to sleep in it, if you want to walk around all day in your house for hours with it, or if you just want to leave it for like 30 minutes, anything works. So I left mine in for about 3 hours until it got kind of crunchy, like you know when it dries out. And then I showered, and I got this lovely color. And I actually did, when I got the shower, take some of the purple shampoo and some of the Crazy Colors and just put it on my hand and run it through my damp hair, like after I showered, because there was still some green on the other undersides and like through the top. And since they won't damage your hair, you can leave it in. So I just like left it in until the next time I showered, and it was only like a tiny, tiny amount of dye. And so that did help get the color a lot more vibrant, which I wanted. So basically, yeah. So you might see that I have the conditioner with the dye in my bottle. You want to use this in the shower. Like when I was dyeing it, I mixed it in here. But for maintenance, pastel hair is a pain in the butt to keep up, because it just is such a light color, it will wash out. And so by putting it in your conditioner and using this every time you shower, it deposits color into your hair whenever you shower, and so it will last longer. It won't last indefinitely, but it will last longer. So yeah. Oh, also, onto the repair. Obviously, after 3 bleachings and some peroxide, my hair is not happy. But I did mention this in a haul that I just did a couple videos back. I got the Bumble&Bumble like hair oil set, And it came with the shampoo, conditioner, these are all like tiny little sample sizes, and the invisible oil. These have been saving my hair. So basically, when I'm in the shower, I use the purple shampoo first just to help maintain the color, and then I lather on the invisible hair oil shampoo, and like I do this generously, and I let that sit for like at least a minute or two, wash that out. Then I use my Bumble&Bumble invisible oil conditioner, and I let that sit for at least 3 minutes. Sometimes I literally like put this in my hair, turn the water off, step out of the shower, dry off my body, and let that sit in my hair like a deep conditioning treatment, because this has a ton of oil in it that will help put the nutrients and the life back into your hair after we completely emptied it. And so then after I rinse that out, I put this in, and this is just like Trader Joe's brand conditioner, which it works well. I like it a lot. And that has my Crazy colors in it, and I'll let that sit for like 2 minutes. I know it's kind of a time-consuming process, but when your hair is dead and then pastel and you need to maintain the color and the health, it's completely worth it to take your time. So I'll leave that in for like 2-3 minutes, just to make sure the color gets deposited. Then I'll rinse it out with cold water, and that's really important. If you were to put this in and then rinse it out with hot water, that's just going to open up all of your hair follicles, all of the little cracks in your hair caused by the bleach, and it's just going to let the nutrients run out, it's going to let the color run out. But if you wash it with cold hair, it like locks the color in, it locks the oils in, it locks everything in, and it makes your hair a lot shinier and a lot smoother. And I'm a total wuss for cold water. Like, I like a hot shower. So what I do is, after I finish washing my body, shaving, not shaving, scrubbing my face, whatever I'm doing that day, I will like turn the water away from me, make it go cold, flip my head over, wash it out, and then very carefully turn the water off, and then wrap a towel around my head so I never have to feel the cold water. And it is kind of inconvenient, but it definitely is worth it when you need to get your hair back to its previous state. And so that's the maintenance. And basically, if I would like to get some extensions eventually. They're expensive as hell, so probably not anytime soon. But if I do, I will do a tutorial on how I did this rather than just explaining it. Or I'll just wait a couple weeks or months or however long till I have a fair amount of regrowth, and I will do a tutorial on the bleaching, the toning, and the dyeing. And so, yeah, I think that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like if you liked it. Comment any questions, any concerns, any suggestions. I would love to hear it. And subscribe, please. It would mean a lot. Alright, have a beautiful day. Don't forget to smile, and bye!